From dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the real zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the conversation, the nutritious edition of the conversation. I'm Trent Williams, and it's featuring nutritionist coach over in France, Catherine Githu. We're talking about the lymphatic system and the role it plays. So let's get Catherine in so we can get this thing started.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Catherine. How are you?
I'm doing good. They're shaken up by the technical stuff, but I'm okay.
Because you couldn't get the thing started over there on that end on
it's okay.
TikTok.
It's okay.
Yeah, I wanted to bring you on TikTok so we could do it live, so the folks here in the States will be able to get a chance to.
But did you get it? Are you live yourself?
Yeah, I'm actually live on TikTok now.
Okay. Wow.
Once we get your technical things out of the way, probably next week we broadcast every Thursday. Live stream from New Orleans to France and back and forth. So, good afternoon to you over in France. How are you today?
Good. And good morning to Americans and everyone else who is listening this morning. Good afternoon to this hemisphere and the equatorial zones where already during the day. And welcome.
Good stuff. We'll talk about the lymphatic system and the role it plays. So what's going on with that?
Do you know what lymphatic system is?
I have no idea. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's really the least talked system on the body about the when it comes to health. It's really that you hear people talking about it. And so here we're going to look at it. What is lymphatic system, its function, and how you can improve it. So in lymphatic system is, imagine the way you clean your house every day, right?
Yeah.
You remove the garbage. Now imagine you clean your house every day, or you clean your house and you pile your trash somehow and somewhere for your garbage tractor to come and pick it up. So here I'm going to use trash and garbage and dustbins. We all communicated about the trash. So it's like the garbage collector will come and pick that garbage away from your house, right? Like if you have a house, maybe that will stay there for about 1 week. If you live in town like us, they pick up their garbage every day. So where I'm going to is the lymphatic system is your waste or your garbage collector.
Okay.
So what happens when you don't pick your garbage or you don't take your garbage out for a certain time? What is going to happen? You're going to have stuff rotting. So things are going to start rotting. They're going to smell bad. So that's what we are looking today. We're looking at that system that really makes you. It has nothing to do with you going to poo, like you eat, you digest, and you're going to poo. It has nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with kidneys and all that. So like when you eat, you digest. It goes to the big intestines. The bacteria works on it, transforms that into poop. That is something different. It's another system. Just like you urinating, that's another system where the kidney is going to filter whatever you have taken, and it's going to go to the bladder and you're going to pee. This is another completely different system that is picking up garbage. Now, we're going to work on that as I go up. you have heard about blood circulation, right?
Yep.
Your heart
I
pumps
deal
blood.
with that. I do that as far as the circulation after the incident. That's become very important for me because it's imperative that this circulation continue to flow. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So the blood circulation, it's helped by the heart to pump up the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what people might not understand is you eat, but how does the food get into the blood? When we eat, the food gets into the blood through the small intestines. That's where we talk about the gut health. We are talking mostly about the small intestines where the food is absorbed into the blood. Once the food is absorbed in the blood, it passes through the liver where it is checked for detoxing, for any pathogens and all that. Then it goes to be pretty checked, can be filtered. It goes to the heart, and from the heart, the blood is pumped so that it can go to all parts of the body. Now, what about the things that comes from when you feed the small veins, capillaries? That's where the food is going to all parts of the body, to the cells. The cells also takes the food. They will take the food, but once they take the food in, they go take the good material. But they also do the housework, the house cleaning up. So they're going to remove what they don't need. They're going to remove dead cells. They're going to remove CO2. They're going to remove every excess proteins, for example. They're going to be pushed out of the cell. Right. This space between two cells, we're going to call it intercellular space. And that's where the cells are going to dump what they don't need. Okay? Gotcha. Now, the blood, I am not a biologist, but here what goes. The blood goes from the heart using, the food goes to the heart using arteries. The artery goes all over the body. And then the veins brings the heart back to the blood back to the heart to be oxygenated. That's all we are told. The blood has to come back to the heart to be oxygenated. But that blood, when the cell dumps whatever it doesn't need into the intercellular space, the veins have to pick those materials, the water and everything up, so that it can bring them up to the again. However, we don't know why, but the body does this way of, there is leakage. There's some parts of that material is left that the blood veins don't pick them up. So it's just like when your garbage trash or tractor comes and picks up the garbage, there's some things that are left either on the floor or they're left in the dustbin themselves, right? So those things, if they are not taken care of, they're going to stay there a lot. And that's why some people will clean their dustbins to remove the waste that wasn't taken by the trash truck, okay? So when the exchange between the blood vessels and the blood capillaries, when they're picking things from the intercellular space, they leave some leakages that if they stay there, the cell will get dysfunctional. It will still start swelling. It can cause inflammation. So that's where the lymphatic system comes up. It clears that wastage up. Okay. Did you get that?
I did.
I hope I made that clear. Can you just let me? What did you understand?
You made it very good. It's a lot of information, but pretty much it's a filter, filters things out and get out of the system before it goes to the heart.
What did you say?
Is that correct?
It doesn't filter, no. It doesn't filter anything. Okay, what did you say? What did you get? I just want to understand, what did you get?
Continue.
Okay, I go back to it again. So the blood takes the food into the cells using arteries. And when the cell gets the food, it does its cleaning and it removes the waste and puts it into intercellular space. Okay. The veins They're supposed to pick up that and bring it up to the heart. Okay. However, some of that, we can say like 3 to 4 liters of fluid is used every day by the circulation, the blood circulation. And we can say 20%, only 17 to 20% of that water, that waste, the one that is supposed to come back, it's not just with, let's call it the fluid, it's supposed to come back to, supposed to come back to the heart, but it doesn't come. There is leakage. Okay, we can say the lymphatic system is picking up the leakage that the blood circulation didn't pick up from the cellular level to come back to the heart.
Got it.
You got that? Do you have any question from there?
No, go ahead.
It's a bit complex. Okay.
It's very complex.
So yeah, so the lymphatic system consists of a gel-like. Actually, it's not water. It's not fat. It's kind of a gel. You know, just the way we talk about cholesterol. It's neither fat nor water. It's a gel-like fluid, and it contains also lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes. Maybe you have ever heard of that. Lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes, yeah.
And also organs like spleen.
Actually, I heard of that. We talk about lymph nodes through cancer and stuff like that.
Yeah, through cancer, exactly. Organs like spleen, thymus, or tonsils. Have you ever gone to the doctor and you say you're sick and they look at your tonsils? They're actually checking whether the nodes, those are lymph nodes, they are swollen. Okay? Not necessarily, they means that it doesn't necessarily mean that you're having an infection, but if they are swollen, that means that the immune system is working and you could be having something that is affecting you.
Okay.
So, sorry. So as I just said, the cells are going to put the waste into the intercellular space, and that liquid that is picked up by the lymphatic system can contain dead cells, waste products like ammonia, CO2, toxins, viruses or bacteria, and excess protein. Sorry. I'm still under the infection. I'm sorry.
Still under the ice bomb.
Yeah. Sorry, for those who don't know, I got infected over the weekend, and
are you taking something for that cough? Are you taking something for that cough?
No, I don't take anything.
But that's right.
I drink a lot of water.
Okay.
And I haven't been coughing, but maybe I'm a bit stressed up. I don't know, but also because I haven't been talking as much.
Right. Well, we won't do the entire hour, so you can get back to bed.
No. It's going to go. Ooh. So, we come back to it again. Sorry for that, but we are all humans. We get sick.
Hey, this is live stream, so it's gonna happen.
Ooh. So, if the fluid is not cleared up, the tissue the cells will swell, the waste will build up, which can trigger inflammation. I already say that. This can also cause the lymphedema, the swelling of the legs. Maybe you have seen some people with very swollen legs.
Yeah, a ton.
And that oh my God. Yesterday was like, just a trend, going to do this thing. I'm like, no, I have to do it. Now I am live for the first time and I am sick.
That's okay. That's totally fine.
But I'm not sick. It's just like most of it has gone. For the last 36 hours, I was really down.
When did it start? When did it start?
We had an event over the weekend, and we had a lot of people in town. And so I went out, and when you have this kind of people gathering together, so I picked it over the weekend. But I'm much better. I think I couldn't talk better. Yesterday I wasn't even talking as much better. So okay. So the edema, the lymphedema, this is when the body swells up. And sometimes you can also see in the morning when people wake up, or maybe someone have ever felt themselves like, one night you didn't sleep well and you have your face look so puffed up.
Right.
And that can be the buildup of lymph that hasn't been drained properly. Okay.
And now, what causes that? What causes that fluid buildup in the lymphatic system?
It's caused by the. Once again, I said the lack of. I didn't say that. It's when the toxins are, or the fluid is stagnating there,
right?
The outer space, and it's not picked up. Okay. So when the lymph or the lymphatic system is not working properly, it's going to make that one stagnant. Those waste. I want to say waste, but they're not just waste. That's why I am getting hesitating. It's not just waste, because inside you have, as I said again, you have immune system as well, especially in the lymph nodes, you have immune system. And you have excess proteins, which are not necessarily going to be a waste as well. Okay. And you also have fat. Fat also it's transported from the intestine to blood circulation by the lymphatic system. So I don't want just to say it's a waste, but this lymph, we can call it lymph if it builds up, because most of it is, again, it's the waste that the cell removed. It's going to contain more pathogenic things or toxins, okay? But it's not necessarily full of, it's not 100% waste.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So in its entirety, it's really not, all of it's not waste. Say, what's the percentage on that? Like 75, 85% waste? Or?
I would say so. I would say it's maybe 100%. Well, I mean, 80% could be waste, but the rest can be something that is going to be.
Okay.
And it also depends where it's coming from. If we have lymphatic everywhere, but the one that is coming from the intestine, that one is carrying fat. So it also has waste, but it's also carrying fat. The fat we digest. When you eat food that has fat, the fat doesn't get into the bloodstream like the way carbohydrates and proteins are going to get into the bloodstream and goes to the liver. The fat it's carried by lymphatic system. So that's why I want to make sure that we are not just saying it's waste, because it also carries that fat, especially when we're talking about the intestinal lymphatic system. Okay. So lymphatic system and immune system. Wow. The lymph nodes, this is where the lymphatic capillaries or vessels, they're going to meet somewhere and they're going to stay there for some time. And that's what we call lymph nodes.
Right.
Okay. The lymph nodes act like a station, a checkpoint for the immune system to check. Actually, the lymph works as a sample meaning it's going to tell the immune system, this is what is in the blood circulation. Okay. So instead of the immune system running the blood test throughout the body, it's going to check the lymph nodes and it's going to know what is contained into the blood itself, blood circulation. Okay. Why? Because remember, remember the veins picks up the waste from the cell and brings them to the heart. And the lymph, it's just the waste, the part of what was supposed to pick up. So it's a leakage. And so the immune system is going to pick this up and read to understand this is what is in the blood. And so I can activate the cells that are supposed to, the white blood cells. So it's going to know whether they are viruses, bacteria, and everything. It's going to know about the toxins. Okay. So
that's amazing and complicated at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So the other system is, we talk about the lymphatic system, but the brain has its own lymphatic system. And we call this glyphatic system. So when the lymphatic system that this in the body works during the day, the glyphatic system of the brain only works at night. So this is why it's very important for you to sleep deep, to have that deep sleep. You know, we always say you repair when you're sleeping. So deep sleep is the one that is going to help the brain to clear out the toxins and drain that through the glymphatic system. Now, the best way to do this is when you get a good sleep, but also sleeping slightly with your head on the side, having a pillow. It helps the glyphatic to flow better, the lymph from the brain to flow better. Not just sleeping like that. But you need to sleep slightly on the side. You can sleep up and then you can sleep on your back and then slightly lay your head on the side. For those who sleep on the back, I would not recommend anyone to sleep on the stomach. But you have a question?
Yeah, because it seems like to me, if you're saying that you have to sleep that way in order for that lymphatic system to flow better, the average person wouldn't know that, Catherine.
Would not know, would know.
They wouldn't know sleep that way.
Yeah. Once again, that's why science exists. The studies are done for that. And you need for it to flow better, for you to slightly sleep on the side, just the head when you put the pillow and you sleep slightly like that.
Right.
Once again, you really have to have a good deep sleep for that. Sorry. I don't know if I got lost with my notes. Okay, to have the best sleep, we avoid alcohol at night before bed, and we sleep well and in a dark room, so that to have that complete sleep routine.
Okay.
I talked about lymphatic and fat transport. So once again, the lymphatic system that is on the abdominal part, the intestine part, even if it has some waste that is coming from the cells within, it also carrying the blood up so that the blood can go to the circulation, carrying the fat so that the fat can go to the circulation. Now, what slows lymphatic system, or what can make, we just talked about what makes it build up is when it's not moving around. As I said, unlike the heart, the blood, where the blood is being pumped by the heart, the lymph doesn't have anything mechanically that is helping it to move. The only way that lymph works to move is you moving your body. So the more seated you are, like in this position we are now, the lymph is not moving. Our lymph is just building up. So you need to constantly keep on moving so that your lymphatic system can flow properly.
And what's the proper way to do that, to have a continuous flow?
Walking, just walking. Like you stand up, you sit down, you go take your water, you go climb the stairs, you go to the toilet. Like when I'm talking to most people who are seated, like we can be in the office, we are working all the time. I work at home and I'm mostly seated, but having these short breaks where you just walk for a few minutes, go to the toilet, go and pick up a glass of water. Don't come to the table with everything. Like, I'm not going to move for the next 2-3 hours, but leaving things at the counter so that you can go and pick them up.
So
there is also
constant moving will assist the lymphatic system to continue to flow without baggage.
Yeah. Lymphatic system, it only goes upward, coming back to the heart. Okay. So it goes, and you have the ducts that protects the things to go back. So it's protected. So when it moves, it's no way it's going to go back. Okay.
Gotcha.
Second,
so once it goes up, there's no chance of it going back.
No, it's the body has that system where the lymph doesn't flow back. So movement, dancing, swimming, anything that would make your body to really shaking, what can I say, tapping, like tapping your body and all that kind of stuff. You have had people doing the massage, the lymph massage. Some people say they're doing lymphatic massage. Some people do dry brushing in the morning. But sometimes people brush this way, but when you brush this way, it's not moving. You're supposed to brush towards the heart. So wherever you're doing the massage, they're supposed to be coming up. Okay. The lymphatic massage has nothing to do with the tissue massage or other massage that you can practice somewhere else. These are very fine massage because the lymph is just under the skin. It's not deep in the tissues. Okay. So I talked about dancing, moving, jumping, breathing. And you ask, what kind of breathing? Breathing is when you're using your diaphragm to move. Those deep breaths that we do when you're contracting the muscles of the abdomen, that helps the lymph to move up. Okay, because this is places where it's not like the legs or the hands where you're moving, but this, when you use the diaphragm it contracts the muscles, and the lymphatic system is going to work well as well. So signs of stagnant or slow lymph. So lymphedema, for example, that is chronic swelling of the legs and the arms. The morning puffiness, that can be on the face or the heart. Chronic leg heaviness, brain fog or cognitive fatigue, chronic fatigue, chronic inflammation, and that can involve autoimmune diseases, which can, because of the lymph building up, the immune system might start attacking the parts of the body because it's getting confused up. Chronic sinusitis, those people are always blocked, have their noses always blocked. Tonsils, the tonsils, if they're always swollen, swelling, and often quite ear infections. Those can be a sign that your lymphatic system is not working properly. Poor wound healing, anxiety and mood disorders, especially can be caused due to poor sleep, because when you don't have enough sleep, your brain is not training properly. And also neurodegenerative diseases where the waste is not cleared enough. Okay. So we talked about how to improve the lymphatic system is through the movement, always moving, rebounding, jumping, all the things that I say. And
so
you guess what?
So could that be seriously critical if that backs up and it has nowhere to go? How critical?
Of course, it's just like, again, we go if you have your dustbin there and it's not moving, what is going to happen in your bed, in your house? It's going to stink. So if that waste builds next to the cells, it's going to affect the cells' functions. Second, because the lymph is not moving, the cells also don't get the oxygenated blood properly.
Okay.
So it affects the cell's function as well, as I said, and also limiting the way the food can get into the cells.
Gotcha.
Okay. So lifestyle habits that support the lymphatic system, what can you do? It's hydration, one, because lymph is almost 90% water.
Mm-hmm.
You get sunlight because red light helps reducing the lymphedema. Deep sleep, which supports the brain drainage, the detoxification as well. Avoid tight clothes. For men, maybe this is not quite often, but for women, especially when we wear tights, you feel like you're constricted. The things are not flowing properly, so you avoid wearing tight clothes.
So tight clothes interrupt the flow.
Sorry?
That's what you're saying? So you're saying wearing tight clothes interrupt the flow?
Yeah, will inhibit the flow. Maybe not 100%, but if you're wearing constantly tight clothes, that can slow the lymphatic flowing.
Right.
Then you can also do self-massage, that is dry brushing. It seems to improve the lymph. Avoid inflammatory foods because that is going to add the toxins and overload the lymphatic system as well. Okay.
You want to take a break?
I made it.
That's good.
I'm okay.
That's good.
I'm okay.
That's good. So how's the weather over in France right now?
The weather is cool. I mean, I can talk about France. Where I am, it's better. It's cloudy. We don't have, what can I say? We are not in cold the way it's supposed to be. It's warmer than it's supposed to be. So I was talking to a farmer on Tuesday, and they were like, "This is not a good thing for us because, you know, the trees, they start having the shooting up, okay, and when they start shooting is growing, and then it's going to be so cold, and that is going to die, but the tree can't come back and grow again." Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I got up yesterday. I got up yesterday morning. It was frost everywhere on top of the roof everywhere. Right? So I head over to the gym before I go to therapy. It was cold. It was about 7, 8. I come out of the gym. It's like it's summer. But here in New Orleans, I mean, yeah, the weather's bipolar. Seriously bipolar. So.
That's weird.
Isn't it? Like literally 2 seasons passed by while I was in the gym. It was crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Any questions so far?
No, I'm good. Hold on.
Okay. No, I am finishing. So to conclude, the lymph is a clear kind of jelly, slimy. Those who know the slums, kind of, it's neither liquid nor solid fluid that surrounds your cells and helps to transport the waste that is left by the blood circulation. And that waste is used by the immune system for sampling what is in the blood circulation. Lymph that is next to the intestines, it's used to help transport the fat. As we digest food, the carbohydrates and proteins, they get into the bloodstream, go into the liver. The fats, they are big molecules, they don't get into the bloodstream. And it's also because they are hydrophilic, phobia, that we can say. They don't go to the blood, so they are carried by the lymphatic system to the blood circulation. Leaves, what was I supposed to? I think I've said that. So the lymphatic system transports cellular waste, dead or damaged cells, some pathogens if there is any fat. Fat also includes the fat soluble vitamins, that is A, D, E, and K, and other cells messages. Lymph stagnation will lead to poor cell health and function, reducing oxygenation, which will further lead to fatigue, muscle pain, and poor recovery. This will also increase inflammation, brain fog when it comes to brain detoxification. And unlike the blood, lymph only flow in one direction, back to the heart, and it needs movement to move, to circulate.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We're all set.
That's it. That was quick.
That's good. It was very quick, very quick.
Yeah.
You did great. You did great. You did great. Even though you're under the weather, man, but
it's not the weather. The weather doesn't make anyone sick.
That's what we say here in the States. You're under the weather.
It's not. But the weather never make. Yeah, but the weather doesn't make anyone sick.
Stop.
But it's true. You know that thing of you cover yourself up that you're going to catch cold. The weather doesn't come. I mean, the weather doesn't make you catch cold. It's your immune system.
It's germs that do
it. Yeah. So this is it was a good kind of a shock for my immune system.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't fallen sick for some time, so that's something to say. Well, how good am I? But it's also that it was kind of festivities, and I ate stuff that maybe also didn't go align with my.
I tell you all the time. Ginger and lemon takes care of everything.
Yeah.
I haven't had a common cold in years.
Yeah.
I drink ginger and lemon juice every single day, as you know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. They help.
No bugs for me. No bugs for me.
That's good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So hey, next week we'll get you started on TikTok. The guys are coming in and out of here. And
did anyone ask question from there?
No, they're just watching. But as we connect you to it and I bring you into the live, you'll be able to actually hear the entire program from your side as well here in the States. I think this information is very important, man, when we talk about wellness and fitness and nutrition, and everything intertwines together to a healthy lifestyle. So I think it's very important, because actually when I push the videos out, it's pretty large numbers. So I thought it'd be great for the folks could actually see you live, and you give them the nutritious tips and all that good stuff. So So get that account straight for next week's program, please.
I will.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna conclude here. Anything you want to promote? What about the book?
My book is here. My breakfast, the best breakfast, anti-inflammatory breakfast. You find this in Amazon, the best breakfast, because these are the breakfasts that are going to help you not to snack during the morning hours, because you have healthy fats, you have fiber, proteins, and anything else in between, because you have like for example, I have this one recipe here, and under the recipes you get the benefits: protein and fiber from seeds and nuts. Peanuts are rich in protein. You got vitamin C from berries, rich in iron from molasses, peanuts, and flax seeds. high in zinc, from copper, calcium, potassium, and magnesium. Good balance of polyunsaturated fats, rich in vitamin B's from flax seeds. So every recipe shows you what you're getting when you're eating that meal. Because
and
here's
of course,
one
ladies
thing.
and gentlemen, you can get that book over at Amazon.
Yeah. Once again, it's here. You see the cover. You type Catherine Githu and you're going to get the book from there. Because we always speak about how you're eating, but I have come to really narrow down into how much nutrients am I getting.
Right.
And this book really tells you this is the how much, not how much, because I haven't calculated them, but at least you're getting these nutrients when you're eating that. Because you can have a breakfast, and especially if you're just relying on the cereals, you must start asking yourself what kind of nutrients you're getting, because we are no longer looking at macros. Today we are talking about micronutrients, because those are the ones that are helping the cells. They're the building blocks of the cells. You need the macro for the energy and everything. And because also the micronutrients doesn't come without macronutrients, but you need to focus on micronutrients.
Gotcha. So we'll close there, folks. Anyone who wants nutritious tips, go to foodandheal.com. You'll see it on the screen here. Food, the letter N, heal.com. Any nutritious tips, reach out to Catherine Githu. Just reach her out to her platform, her website, foodandheal.com. And as always, you can catch all the a plethora of content on the Taylor Kennedy platform, right there on Apple Podcasts. So, and if you have a podcast idea for any of the podcast that streams on Taylor Kennedy, just contact me at trentwill@tayken.com. And we'll get that going for you guys, from nutrition to relationships to medical fitness, anything on life in general. We call that Gumbo Talk right here on the Taylor Kennedy Network. So truly appreciate you guys for tuning in this morning and this afternoon over in France. And we'll definitely talk sooner than later on Thursday of next week. All right. In closing on that
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and looking forward to speak to you next time. Bye-bye from here.
This stuff. You guys be epic.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedy Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward, to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.